Hey gamers, in this episode I'm going to show you a cool tool that you can use to make your tokens in Roll20. Hey gamers, welcome back to Game Master's Dungeon. I'm Brian, your Game Master. Today's episode we're going to be talking about Token Tool. It's a small little program. It's pretty well done. It's super simple. It'll help you create tokens that you can use in Roll20 for your characters, your monsters, NPCs, whatever. It's a pretty cool program that I came across when I was just getting started in Roll20, and it's helped quite a lot to help manage your tokens. So we're going to get into that here in just a second. But if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell icon so you get instant notifications when I upload new videos. Also, if you want to come over and chat in Discord, follow the link in the description below. We can come over there. We can have some great conversations, talk about all kinds of gaming topics. Also, follow me on Twitter at GameMastersDone1. I will post updates on videos and other gaming topics over there. Also, if you have questions, you can leave them in the comments below, or you can hit me up over there on Twitter. So with all that said, let's get into it. Alright gamers, so here we are. We're looking at Token Tool. Pretty simple, right? But it's got some pretty cool options. So this video is going to be really quick. I'm just going to show you how to create a token that you would want to use for maybe a character or a monster or something in your game that you're going to use in Roll20. So let's start taking a look here. So let me just kind of give you a quick overview of what's going on here. So if you look right here, this right here is a little drop-down box. You can have different frames for your tokens, you know. Now, this is great because I like to use a certain frame for my player characters, and then maybe NPCs get a different one, hostile NPCs get a different one, then maybe like just straight up, you know, monsters or enemies might get a different one. So it's kind of a cool option to be able to use different frames around your different tokens, so you as a GM can differentiate, okay, if it's red, it's hostile to the players. If it's gold, like I like to use this gold one. Where is it? Right there. I think that's the one I like to use. Yeah, I like to use that gold one there for my players. Also, you can make it larger as well if you wanted to. You know, you can make it pretty big. I think for this option, I like to I leave it at just this right here because this fits great into Roll20. Obviously, you can resize the scale of the token once you get it into Roll20, which we're going to do at the end of this. But for this, I'm just going to use this, okay? So we're going to make a player character. We're going to use this gold one. Now also, like I said, for my enemies, I like to use red is normally like, no, not that one. That one looks terrible. Where'd it go? There's just like a red one somewhere. Thought it was. Yeah, right there. This is the one that I like to use for my enemies. Now, sometimes I'll make like NPC tokens that might two different versions of the same token. So I'll make a gold one for non-hostile, and then I'll make a red one for hostile. So then, if you the player's happen to make the guy mad and he wants to turn to attack, then you can just swap the tokens. And then the players can see, oh, he's hostile. And then as you're looking, you can see, oh, hey, this guy is hostile now. It helps you keep track of all your tokens on the board. But let's go back to this. Go back to my gold. Blam. So how it works is really you, what you do is you go find a picture. Now, all right, so I just went to Google and I found me a picture of, let's drag him over here, The Rock. That's right. I love The Rock. Big Rock fan. Watched wrestling back in the day. I think he's a great actor. But say, you know, we're playing a game and one of my characters or one of my players is like, hey, my character's like The Rock. Looks like The Rock. Okay, fine. That's totally doable. Now you can create a token with The Rock's likeness. I just grabbed the first one that I found, you know, him in the bow tie. So but now you're looking like, wow, this is like, how do I get this to fit in here? And then you see up here as well, this is kind of like a preview of what your token is going to look like. But now what you do is you just zoom. Okay? You zoom it in a few times. You're like, I like to get the whole head in there like that. Sometimes, I mean, depending upon the picture, you can get more as well. Obviously, the more you zoom in, the smaller it's going to be. So like when you get it into Roll20, because you can zoom the map way in and out, you might be like, you might zoom the map way out if there's a lot going on or a big map. You might be like, who's this? So make a token. You know, if it's hard to see once you get it in the Roll20, go back and make it a little different. But I'm gonna zoom it in a notch, and we're gonna have just the head, a little bit of the neck, done. Okay. Then you just go up here to File, and you click Save Token, and then you pick where you want it to go. I put it in my channel stuff. I'll just put it in my useful picks. So and then you name it. So the Rock Token. Okay, that's done. Easy peasy. Now, let's jump over to Roll20 and put him in the game. All right, gamers. So here we are. We're back in Roll20. Logged into my account. Loaded up my test game. So there's nothing here, right? Nothing here. Not a whole lot in here. But now we want to start putting our tokens in here and putting our assets into the game. So how do we do that? So you go back to your folder or wherever you saved your token that you just created of the Rock. And we're going to go in that folder. We're just going to click on him. We're going to drag him over. Just drop him right on the screen here. Now this is going to give us this little uploading. And there he is. There's the Rock. And you see how he takes up 4 squares. You just grab the little corner box. You see what I mean? Like when you start to zoom out, you lose a little bit of quality right there. But when you zoom in, though, oh, look at that. There we go. See? And then you can move him around. Plus, then he's got all of his boxes and everything up here. So he's ready to be made a character. Stats and things like that, which is going to be a video for a later time. But now, also what we want to do is, so as we're loading in all of these tokens and assets, we want to organize them. So you'll see over here how I've created this folder called Test Game Tokens. So this is where I'm going to want to put the Rock. Okay? So how do we do that? Come down here in your recent uploads, right? It's going to have all your recent uploads. So you're just going to grab him here, and you're going to bring him over here like this. Now, you'll see how it goes kind of indented. You don't want it like this. Okay? Because if you put it like this, it puts it below it. You want it in the folder. So you grab the little 3 lines, and then you come in here, you finagle it just right. See how it indents? Boom. Now, if we click this, it'll close. Oh, sorry. Gotta click the little thing here. And it closes it. Keeps it organized. So we just come over here. We can click it to show everything that's in there. Also, you can click on the name of the folder, and it'll show you everything in there. So, like, if I show you, so this is my assets for my vampire game. I click that. Look at all this stuff in here. All kinds of stuff. Pictures, everything. All right. And that's it. So we've made a tool. We've put it in Roll20. We've organized it. So now you guys can go download Token Tool. I'll put a link in the description below of where you can go download this zip file. And then just when you do it, make sure when you extract, it's going to have like three files. It's going to have the application itself and 2 other little folders. Extract everything to whatever location. I just put it on the desktop. One of them's going to be like LIB, like the library. Have all that, and then you're just going to double click the icon, and it opens up just like it did for me. It's going to normally start as like a little smaller box. I just maximized it to make it easier for you all to see on the video, but I normally just run it at its default size. And then what's great about it is also, say we bring the Rock over, we cut his token, we save it. Instead of having to close or open a new one, we can just drag a new picture into the token tool, shrink it down, token. Next picture, shrink it down, token. It's fast, it's easy, and it makes great looking tokens. All right, gamers. Hope you found that video informative. I hope you're going to download Token Tool. You're going to start using it in your games for Roll20 to make great looking tokens for your characters, your monsters, NPCs, everything. It just looks really good once you get it on the map, on the board, and you get it all set up. to where each token is identifiable by a character. That'll be a video for later in the week of how to take that same token and we're going to make a character out of it. So stay tuned for that. And then until I see you again in the dungeon, I am Brian, your Game Master, and happy gaming.